Hi guys, this is Klazart bringing another audio commentary, and this time I'm commentating on a game between Silver, PantechEx Silver and Sparkyz Shine, and this is a matchup that was played in the Proleague between Ongamenet Sparkyz and PantechEx, and this was played yesterday, and it was actually played on the map Monty Hall, and this is game 4 of the matchup, and I believe this is a must-win matchup for Silver to push the game into a tiebreaker, into an ace match. And I'm sure you guys all know my feelings towards Monty Hall. I absolutely despise this map, and unfortunately we are going to see a Zerg versus Terran matchup on this map, and I'm interested to see how Silver is going to be able to overcome this map and the imbalance of this map versus Zerg players. We have seen a few, and unfortunately, lamentably, there are a few victory of a Zerg versus Terran on this map when we saw Savior win versus Firebat Hero in game 4. Unfortunately, he lost in game 5 and went out of the MSL, but nevertheless, it was a great game to see. But the reason Savior won that game was because Firebat Hero went for a Vulture Rush, and that didn't pay off for him. So, in my view, if the Terran player goes for a pretty standard build on this map, it becomes very difficult to defeat them, and it'll be interesting to see how Silver combats this map. Silver is a Zerg player who, while cannot be considered, is one of those players who kind of like, well, not really like Midas, but more like Light and Sea Shield. He's one of those players who everyone thought would be great, but didn't really turn out that great. He is a good player. He is known for some innovative play, and that's one of the reasons why I've picked this map, because I do expect to see him be a little bit creative in trying to deal with the imbalance of this map. And you can see the Zerg versus Terran imbalance on this map is 10-4 in favor of Terran, which is absolutely ridiculous. 10-4, and a couple of the wins that have arrived the Zerg's way have arrived from their opponents literally suiciding against them and going for cheese strategies that don't pay off, unfortunately. And as I was saying, Silver is a player who you expect to be innovative and you expect to be a little bit creative, so I hope to see something creative from him in this game and see how he is doing. He obviously isn't been in any of the Star Leagues. He hasn't even featured majorly for PantechEx too much in the Pro League, although he has played a couple of 2v2s, so it'll be interesting to see what kind of form he is in at this point in time. Shine is a player who has played fairly regularly for Ongamenet Sparkyz this season. The great thing about Ongamenet Sparkyz is that while they don't have, and it looks like Silver is possibly trying to do some cheese here, or maybe try a fast expand. He is getting that drone through, and actually, you know, it looked like for a second like he was trying to fast expand, but it looks like he's good for an early scout just to make sure that he isn't being cheesed by the Terran player, seeing as how it's so easy for Terran Protoss players to proxy and cheese on this map. But unfortunately, he's still only going to be able to scout one of the lanes. I suppose the main thing is that once he can get in, if he can get into the main of Ongamenet Sparkyz Shine, then he might actually be able to see what's going on and what strategy Shine has gone for. But I'm not sure how he's actually going to be able to get in there, considering, and it looks like Silver is actually, and as I said, Silver being very creative, he's actually going to build his hatchery in the middle lane outside Shine's base, and that's a very risky strategy for Silver, because if that hatchery is discovered, then Shine's going to be able to whisk a few Marines through the middle lane and completely take it out, and Silver's investment in that hatchery will go wasted. And it's interesting to see how Zerg players are forced to use these kind of silly strategies on a map like this. And Shine has actually gone for the fast expand. Shine has gone for a fast command center. I'm not even sure if he put up a barracks first before going for that command center. So Shine playing right into Silver's hands because he's not going to get that scout away quickly. And Silver trying to take down that mineral line so that he can reinforce that new hatchery that he set up in the middle lane. This is an extremely risky strategy by Silver, but at least it's going to make for an exciting game from us, and Korean fans with hands over their mouths, not necessarily just to hide their faces from us, but also to cover the shock and disbelief at what is going on here. And it's just ridiculous to see the kind of levels that Zerg players have to stoop to try and pull out a victory on this map. Just goes to show the absolute imbalance on this map. And you can see the score is 1-2, so Silver absolutely needs to win this game, and we might actually have Shine doing him a favor here. If Shine actually helps to erode that mineral line, Shine will be doing Silver a favor. Shine is now putting up 2 barracks. Maybe Shine has scouted that hatchery by Silver, and so he's putting up 2 barracks to try and counter that. I suppose he expects Silver to go for a pretty standard fast expand build, and Silver did fast expand, only in the most ridiculous way imaginable. As I was actually commenting before, Silver did that completely insane maneuver. Silver now going for a 3rd hatchery, so Silver really turning on the tap here. I would have expected him to just try and put a couple of Sunkas to defend that newly set up hatchery in the middle lane, but he's actually gone for a 3rd hatchery in the middle lane just north of his main base, and Silver has now managed to sneak a drone through to try and scout what Shine has, and he will realize that Shine has, even though Shine has got his 2 barracks up now, he will realize that Shine has gone for that fast command center, provided he scouts a little bit in that direction. And Shine now with the Marine at that mineral line. I'm not sure if Shine is able to see that creep yet, or if Shine is aware of that, but Shine with the 2 barracks certainly does have the firepower necessary to be able to take down that expansion. And Silver has managed to actually maneuver his drone through that mineral line using Shine's SCV. So brilliant piece of micro by Silver, doing a great job of delaying Shine. And Shine has got those Marines at that mineral line now. He must have seen the creep by this stage. I'd love to see a first-person view mode of Shine. And Silver setting up that sunken that he needs to make sure that Shine doesn't get in. Shine has got his refinery up. He's building his academy, so he should have a medic and Marine force up soon. And Silver is going to need a creep line to actually block it. And now Silver's got that drone position there to try and slow Shine down from getting that command center down, and this is absolutely brilliant play by Silver to see him do this. Shine, as I said, is a player who has a lot to prove. He has been playing quite well for Ongamenet Sparkyz. He has been featuring regularly in their Pro League squad, and as I was saying, the great thing about Ongamenet Sparkyz is that even though they don't have a lot of heavyweights at this point in time, they have a few players who are considered fairly decent, and Silver doing a great job with his micro of his drone to prevent Shine from planting that command center down and slowing Shine, considering that Shine should be able to get that command center down. Finally now Silver's drone being forced back by that SCV. So these little maneuvers are what give a player an advantage. And Shine now obviously realizing that creep is there, that Silver has built a hatchery there, obviously perplexed by it, has built a bunker to shore up his defenses, but he should have a medic and Marine group ready to go relatively shortly, and possibly he might be able to take down one of those Sunkens. It's going to be very difficult with the mineral line blocking it. Silver's already got his lair up, and he's got his spire and his Queen's Nest building, so Silver going to tech very fast here, going for a 3 hatchery build, but at the same time keeping Shine back in his base. Although that being said, if Shine decided to go down the southern route, he has got the southern lane exposed, the bottom lane exposed. If he decided to go down with the American Marine group down that lane, Silver might find himself in a world of trouble, because he's got no defenses at his own main, and if Shine could sneak a group through there, Silver would be in huge trouble. Then fortunately again, the nature of Monty Hall makes it difficult with that, and for the first time we see a Zerg player using the advantage, using the nature of the map to their advantage, and this is the first time really we've seen that.